Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Bila coming to you with another review of Basketball Wives season 1, episode 7. It's like going to Hades with gasoline draws on or something like that. They going somewhere with some gasoline draws. It'll be down in the description below. All right, so the episode picks up with Neek and Mulan. They are hot, and so they're in the pool to cool off, right? And then they're talking about the argument or fight that happened the night before at the pajama party. And Mulan basically says she blacked out. She said she blacked out because of the recording or the live that Nikki was on, and she heard Danielle in the background talking about, laughing about the sneak hit, and Neek said, well, she wanted to see the recording. So they pulled the recording up because Mulan screen recorded it so they could see it. And Mulan was over it. She was like, this is how I know that she was not sincere, because of the simple fact that she wanted to apologize. Then she turns back around and laugh at me being sneak this. So now it's like they have beef. For real, for real. And that's where this whole episode starts, right? So I was just thinking about this episode too, and I was just thinking that a lot of these girls are really messy. And before they even really did the breakdown about who's the messiest or who's not or whatever, I always thought that Megan was the messiest. At first I thought it was Mackenzie, but then I thought about it. I was like, it's Megan, because I was thinking about it like, this is Shawnee's new baby, right? And so they have to keep the drama going. And the reason why I feel like Megan is the messiest, because she has to keep the drama going so it could be great for television. That's what I came up with. Because Megan is in everybody's business, and she does talk about everybody in one way or another. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there, right? Okay, so while they're over on their side talking about the whole pajama party, then you have Morgan and Danny. They're talking about the pajama party as well. And Danny asks, like, did you get everything off your chest when it came to Ashley? And she said, not really, because she just wanted Ashley to, I guess be woman enough to be like, yeah, this is what I did. But come on, ain't nobody gonna really say nothing like that anyway. So they bring that up, and they bring up the whole thing with Mulan and all of that stuff. And Danny's whole thing is, look, you said we not friends no more. We not going to ever be friends today, tomorrow, never, or whatever, whatever. And it's a lie. Get over it. So, but I'm just like, well, yeah, she does. She can get over it. But at the same time, you came to her as if you were apologetic. But then you turn right back around and laugh at the fact that you punched this girl in the face. So yeah, she can get over it, but she can still be mad at the same time. Yeah, so that's pretty much what that conversation was about. Then you have Nikki. Her parents are there. They're visiting her in Miami. Well, in Orlando. I said Miami. They visited her in Orlando because they're having this whole cancer survivor wig. It's like this. It's like a pampering women that have gone through cancer, or that's still in cancer treatment when they're losing their hair and all of that stuff. So, Nikki is a cosmetologist and she makes wigs, and her mom is there to support her in this, because we all know, as we found out on the last episode, that Nikki's sister died not too long ago from cancer. And also she's partnering with Ashley, and Ashley's mom had passed from cancer some years back, right? So they're talking about that, and the mama is, questioning Nikki, like, hey, are you good here? Has everything been going good with you? I know how you can be. And Nikki is just like, I'm from Chicago. It is what it is. I done been through it. And she was just like, women will be women or girls will be girls at the end of the day. But she not telling her mama that she's starting a whole bunch of drama either. Because she's, yeah, Nikki, you was messy. That's why I said all these girls are relatively messy, you know. But the point is, who is the messiest? And I really believe that Megan is the messiest, because this show was really pretty much placed into her hands to steer. So yeah, so she's stirring the pot. She's stirring the pot. Yeah, so they still talking, you know, the cancer thing and all that stuff. The mom, she gets, you know, emotional, but they just gonna have to take it one day at a time. And, you know, she just happy that her mom is there to be, mom and sister are there to be with her. Okay, so then there's this whole sit down. But before they sat down, there was a clip that I didn't have a picture of. It was with Mackenzie and Ashley. And pretty much Ashley Slick admitted that she gave Morgan's ex-husband the address, because she said, well, if a logical person would think about it, if a person had money and means, they would hire a PI, a private investigator. And by them hiring a private investigator, then only thing they have to know is like what city or what state, or they just need a little bit of information, right? But Morgan never told her ex-husband where she was. Then Ashley says, well, I did say where she was located, like that she was in Orlando. Yeah, because you told, and that was messed up that you did that. And then her excuse for, Ashley's excuse for telling the ex-husband that was, well, we're not friends. So we're not friends, so I didn't know that he wasn't supposed to know. You do know that he wasn't supposed to know because of the simple fact that you talk to him every day. And you talk to his girlfriend or fiance or whoever the new girl is every day too. And that's when Mackenzie is like, right is right and wrong is wrong. She didn't want Morgan to be going through that, you know, to stop the child support, her taking care of her kids. She didn't want that to happen for Morgan, even though her and Morgan are not in a great space. So Ashley was wrong, and Ashley did Slick admit on herself. She low-key did, and she wrong for that. She is really, really, really wrong for that. She's messy too. She is. And it's crazy too, because in this scene here, Mackenzie was like straddling the fence, because she says one thing about Ashley, and then she turns around and says something different. So I don't know. It's just a lot going on with these girls. It's like telephone. He say she, well, she say, she say, she say, she say. Okay, so now you have Megan and Mackenzie. They're sitting down. Mind you, Megan has talked about Mackenzie so many times. So many times, right? So they're sitting down. They bring up the whole pajama party. They also bring up Ashley and all of that, when they said that Ashley was wrong. And then what else? They brought up something else that was going on. But the premise was Ashley was wrong and she should not have not done that. Oh, this is what it was. Okay, so Morgan's ex-husband, girlfriend, saw that Megan was on to the ex-husband girlfriend's page. And so apparently on Instagram, you can see who's looking at your story. So the ex-husband's girlfriend, Morgan's ex-husband's girlfriend, went to Ashley and said, do you know this girl? And then that's when Ashley said, oh, that Megan is Morgan's friend. And Megan's whole thing is, you could have just told her to come and contact me and I would have told her. Because for some reason, Megan is playing private investigator about Morgan, the ex-husband, the girlfriend, and all this other stuff. So pretty much she's sticking her nose in business that don't involve her. That's why she's messy. And then she got caught looking, and now she in some other stuff. Okay. Oh, I need some water after that, child. Yes. So Megan is messy. So Megan talks about Ashley. Megan talks about Mackenzie. Megan talks about Neek. Megan. Oh yeah, because then later on in the episode, she talking about Neek, calling her a bozo and all that stuff. Talking about Neek. Megan. Did she talk about Nikki? I'm trying to think. I'm not for sure, but who knows? So anyway, yeah, that's what that is. And we actually have it on footage. Like we're watching this show, watch Megan talk about everybody. Yeah, so that's what that is. All right, so Morgan is moving. Morgan is like, ever since her ex-husband found out where she was and served her those papers, she feels like she's not safe, so she ended up moving. She called her mom on the phone, telling her mama, thank you for getting the kids, and now she's moving because she don't want any other people coming up to her door trying to serve her with papers and going to court, about so they can use whatever situation that she has going on in the courts. So, smart move. I'm glad you moved, Morgan. All right, so now you have this whole event where Mackenzie put on because she is doing like a cooking class. And she invited Megan, Ashley, Nikki. And Megan already is like, she don't want to be there. Megan is there with an attitude. She don't want to be there. And she just like, okay, whatever. So all the girls are trying to have fun. All the girls are talking about egg yolks and egg whites and 5 eggs in the yolk and all this other stuff, right? So then they started to look at Megan like, Megan, what's wrong with you? Like, what's going on? And that's when Megan is like, I'm hungry. I ain't ate all day or whatever. So then they go over there and they sit down and then they start to talk. I mean, it really wasn't nothing. It was like more of the same stuff. So yeah, it really wasn't nothing. They were just talking about all the other this drama that's going on in the group. So it pretty much wasn't anything. Oh, Megan did confront Ashley and was like about the whole Morgan's ex-husband, girlfriend caught Megan looking on her page. And so Megan told Ashley, like, next time if there's an issue, just tell her to call me. You ain't got to be like, oh, that's Morgan's friend, or whatever. And this is when I say Mackenzie is messy, because at first Mackenzie was saying what's right is right and wrong is wrong. And now Mackenzie in her confessional is saying, oh, well, Ashley didn't have no ill will, no ill intent. But you was just siding with Megan the last scene about the whole situation with the Instagram and the girl and all of that stuff. So I'm like, come on, Mackenzie, you be riding this fence. Either you going to be on somebody's side or you not. I mean, don't backtrack. So that's what that was. All right. So now everybody is on their way to the cancer event. And apparently Ashley and Mulan, they are on an island of their own. They're on an island on their own, so much so to where Ashley gives Mulan a hat that says what, villain time, villain something. She just a villain era. That's what it is, villain era, right? And so Mulan's whole thing is Nikki is mad. Nikki has a problem with her. Morgan has a problem with her. Danny has a problem with her. Megan has a problem with her. And I think that's it. And Mulan says that all these girls have an issue with her, but they cannot say anything that I've said. They can't prove it. It's just that they have an issue for no reason. But dang, Mulan, it seemed like you was telling some people some business. You know what I'm saying? Like you seem like you have been a little chatty patty too, or whatever. But That's when she got the whole hat and all that stuff, right? Cool. So now, this is the Cancer event. Everybody is coming in. Everybody is, putting on a brave face. I thought that this was a really, really, really good event. Come to find out that Morgan was a cosmetologist as well, and she sent some wigs. I thought Nikki did all the wigs, but apparently it was Morgan and Nikki. Okay. Mackenzie has eyelashes that she's providing, and Megan again, she gets some of Mackenzie's eyelashes, but then she shades her eyelashes in the next scene that I'm about to talk about in a minute. And Nikki asks Mackenzie, is her and Rashad official, like a referee whistle? Y'all, that's the second time I heard that, because Erica Dixon said that her and Lil Scrappy was official like a referee whistle. I said, okay. But anyway, and so Mackenzie is like, yes, I don't understand why she wants to know if we are official. We've been official for months now. I was like, girl, shoot, just last week he said that he wanted to be free, and he'll let you know if he gonna have a side piece. So I don't think that that's official. I don't know. Or maybe it's just official that he can have other women and you be the main chick. Maybe that's what it is. It's official that you the main chick right now, since Danny done moved on with her life. All right. So all the girls get there. Some of them speak to Mulan. Some of them don't. Some of them speak to some girls. Some of them don't, right? And then Nikki's mom, she gives this speech. You pretty much pouring into them like, you are enough, you're beautiful, one day at a time, just all of this stuff, making the ladies feel good, doing their makeup, their hair, they're walking up and down the red carpet, they're crying together, praying together, just a really, really good, wholesome moment, right? So they made sure that the event was over before the mess starts, because now it starts. Mulan goes to, I believe it was Neek, and she says she's about to, was it Neek? Or was it Mackenzie? It was Ashley. I think it was Ashley. And she says she's going to confront Megan about what's the issue with them. Why are you saying that all these girls have an issue with me? So Mulan gets over there and she says, so you're sitting over here saying that I'm messy. And she said, yes, you are. But Mulan says, Megan, you're the one that's the messiest out of all of us. And all the girls, she said, all the girls have said that you were messy. And that does ring true, because in the next thing that we're about to talk about, even Morgan said that, yes, you messy, but at least you stand in it, I guess. Anyway, that doesn't defeat the purpose of her being messy. So Mulan is like, what have I said? What have I said that for everyone to have an issue with me? You're saying that I'm telling everybody's business, right? So that's when Megan says, well, you told Danny all of Neek's business. And it's almost like it's almost like, okay, now I can't say that Megan, Morgan, and Danny, to me, they do have a closer friendship than the other girls, right? And it's almost like ever since Mulan and Danny got into it, it's almost like a play to make everybody be upset with Mulan so she can be the next person that everybody can hate. That's what it looks like to me. So with that being said, now, what is it? An enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mulan says, what have I done? What have I done? What have I said? Then Danny brings up the fact, yeah, you telling all Neek's business. You told me that Dwayne bought Neek like 5 Teflon bags, and Neek really didn't like them. So Dwayne went and got her a watch or something like that. Right? And that's when Mulan was like, what? And now Neek over there looking like, what? what? Like, how did I get in it? And she was saying in her confessional, I never told anyone that but Mulan. So now I got to sit up here and be like, is Mulan a real friend? So Nick over there, she about to tear up because Nick really be going hard for her friends, right? So Nick like, oh my God, like what? So she and her feelings, and especially everything else she got going on. So they brought that up. So I'm like, okay, Mulan, they got you. You running your mouth. So what's next? And then they go to Nikki. So Nikki, why you have an issue with me? So Nikki brings up this whole thing about her fat shaming. I was like, Nikki, you fat shame first. So what are you talking about? I didn't care about that because Nikki, you was wrong, period. And you really had no grounds you was reaching. So I didn't care about that. But they really couldn't bring up anything else other than that whole Neek thing. And I think the reason why they wanted to bring up that whole Neek thing, because they know that Neek and Morgan are really close in this whole group. Okay. So after they do all that, they end up fussing and arguing. Neek and them, they go ahead and leave. Danny, she go ahead and leave, and then it's pretty much over. So that's what makes me believe that, Megan is messy. Yeah, Megan is messy. Period. Here we go. So now you have this whole sit down with Mulan and Mackenzie. And for some reason, Mulan says she gonna run, but her titties so big. Like, girl, you need to wear a support bra. Because them titties look like they was hurting when you was running. Anyway, so they sit down and they talk about the whole cancer event, that it was nice and all that stuff. But then they bring up the messy stuff. And then Mulan's whole thing is Megan is the messiest. And Mackenzie has a problem now with Megan because Mackenzie gaining weight. Will she? Yes, she do. That's why I'm like, they be so quick to call people ugly and all this other stuff. But y'all got flaws and all too. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Anyway, so what's that girl name? Megan told Mackenzie to take Ozempic. Megan told Mackenzie to take Ozempic. Mackenzie said she don't want to she took the shot one time, and when she took it, it made her lose her butt. And Megan said, girl, you had some butt before that? And she said, yeah. Because, child, when Mackenzie did have that little pink outfit on with them shorts, I said, Mackenzie, girl, you better work on leg day because your shoulders look real big. Your shoulders look real big, and them legs and that booty looking a little bit small. The proportion ain't proportion, right? So anyway, and apparently Mackenzie took offense to that. She said that she was fake and all that stuff. I said, girl, it only took her saying that you ain't got no booty for her to be fake, but she been talking about you this whole time since episode 1. Yeah, what is it? Mackenzie, Ratatouille, friend of many, none, or whatever they were saying about you. Okay, so that's that. And then that's when Megan was like, Mackenzie said, but you need to talk to Neek because, they said all the stuff that you said about her and all this stuff you going through. You need to check on your friend or whatever. So they gonna do that. And what else? They had brought up some more stuff. They said that Megan talk about everybody in the group. And Megan, you can go and tell Megan something and she gonna end up telling Danny or whomever else everybody's business. All right. So they gonna end up having a confrontation. And Mackenzie said whatever done in the dark gonna come to the light and all that other stuff. So it's gonna be a lot. Because I think she did say she was talking. Oh yeah, that's next episode. Because I saw it on the trailer for next episode. We'll get there in a minute. Okay, so now this is whole sit down with Megan and Morgan. Morgan wasn't at the cancer event, and Megan is filling her in. Megan is telling Morgan like everything was good and all that stuff, but then the drama happens. They bring up the whole incident with Mulan, talking about her being messy. And then that's when Morgan said, yes, Mulan is messy. She talked about Neek like a dog, all her business. She said that Neek was the ugly friend. There they go with that word, the ugly friend. And I was like, Nick Money spits on all y'all. And for Megan, and then Megan talking about, yeah, they want to sit up here and say I'm messy, but I get paid by YouTube $15,000 a month to be messy. And that's when Morgan said, yeah, you do be messy. Even though you messy, you still stand in it. But that's the whole thing. Y'all sitting over here want to crucify Mulan for being messy, like Mulan said, but Megan can get away with it because she got a pass. The only reason why they allowing Megan to get away with it, because Megan is quote unquote pretty much the face of this Basketball Wives franchise, this one in Orlando. So Megan has a pass to be messy to keep the drama going. Does that make it right? No. But do they need to confront her about it? Yes. Don't back down to Megan. Don't do that like, oh, it's okay for her to be messy as long as she stand in it. That's the stupidest stuff. So she can sit up and talk about you like a dog behind your back, Morgan, but it's okay. Because she telling you what she said in your face. She ain't telling you everything. You know what I'm saying? Her, Danny, and all them. Yes, it's crazy. So, Megan says that Mulan likes to be the center of attention. Now I'm thinking, Megan, is there some jealousy going on? Like, what is really going on? Like, it got to be some type of, why are you somebody? I don't watch this Basketball Wives for this Orlando every episode. This is episode 7. I ain't never seen Mulan want to be the center of no attention. Shoot, she was barely in the episodes in the beginning of the show. So I'm like, Mulan never gave me center of attention type vibes. Maybe off camera, I don't know. But what they showing on TV, I don't see that. Yeah. And she was talking about Neek. And then saying that Neek dumb, that she's sitting over here going to fool with her anyway. And Megan sitting up there calling Neek bozo because she bozo. She bozo. I'm like, really? Megan has the problem. Megan has the problem. The only people that Megan probably hasn't really talked about was Morgan and Danny. But she was slick throwing shade when she was talking to Mackenzie about the whole stuff with Rashad. You know, like, are you sure? Well, I guess she really didn't say nothing bad about Danny, but still, you can tell who her friends are. But anyway. Oh, I think I'm just rambling now. So I'm just looking at it like, to me, Megan is the messiest person on this show. They do need to hold her accountable. Even next episode, she gonna bring 4. She gonna invite 4 out to some show as a special guest, knowing that Nikki and 4 are into it. Just like, and it's crazy because Nikki was just defending Megan, and now you're starting to see how messy Megan really is. So everybody need to get Megan because it's Megan. Megan is starting all this stuff. Yes, Mulan was running her mouth. She shouldn't have said that stuff about Nick. But I haven't seen Mulan talk about anybody else unless it was really warranted. Because Danny sneaked her, yes, and hey, we ain't cool from that. Morgan and Danny are good friends, but I never really seen Mulan say anything really about Morgan. And then she got into it with Nikki. So the main people that she really got into it with was Nikki and Morgan. No, excuse me, Nikki and Danny. Yeah, I don't know nobody else. Yeah, I don't know nobody else. So anyway, y'all, I feel like this review was all over the place, child, because it was just so much. She said, you messy. So I was just trying to put it together in my mind of what I was thinking. Like, that's who the messy person is. It's Megan. So anyway, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. But let me know what y'all think. Let me know who the messiest person is on this show. All right. Holla at y'all later. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.